Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this channel we talk about various things related to data science, and reading papers is one of the most important thing when you want to keep yourself up to date with the recent things in data science. So I have a paper with me today. This paper has been accepted in IEEE Access in April 2021. So today is June of 2021. So this paper just got accepted and published just a month back. This paper talks about the various mutation strategies in differential evolution. One key important factor in a differential evolution algorithm is the mutation strategy. There are a lot of mutation strategies and it completely varies from problem to problem. While one problem might find a simple rand1 bin mutation strategy as the most effective one, others might use more complicated current to phi best mutation strategies and whatnot, and they may additionally use an archive for various mutation strategies. So we will go through the various mutation strategies that they have discussed in this paper, and we'll just go through the structure of the paper, and let's see what the authors have to say. So as I said before, this paper got accepted in IEEE Access. This paper talks about mutations, and it performs a various taxonomy and comparison, and then it talks about convergence analysis. So this paper is published by Ali Wagdi. He's a famous researcher from um, Cairo University. So let's go through the abstract. During last 2 decades, differential evolution proved to be one of the most popular and successful evolutionary algorithms for solving global optimization problems over continuous space. Proposing new mutation strategies to improve optimization performance of DE is considered as a significant research study. Okay. So here they are talking about new mutation strategies to improve the optimization performance of a differential evolution. In DE, mutation operation plays a vital role in performance of the algorithm. Okay, so here they are saying that it is an important factor in the performance. Therefore, in this paper, comprehensive analysis to the contribution of basic and novel mutation strategies. So they are going to discuss about both the basic and novel strategies. So let's go through them that were proposed between 1995 and 2020 is presented. A new taxonomy based on the structure of the novel mutation is proposed. Numerical experiments on a set of 30 problems set into CEC 2017 benchmarks. Okay, so here they are going to probably do their experiments on the CEC 2017 benchmark, which consisted of many problems in 10, 30, 50, and 100 dimensions. So basically from here we can see that they are going to apply various mutation strategies and do a performance analysis on them. So including a comparison with classical DE scheme and recent mutations are discussed. Furthermore, theoretical and empirical convergence behavior analysis of all mutations is discussed. This paper also presents many recommendations, guidelines, insights and suggestions for experienced practitioners and interested researchers in designing and developing effective and efficient DE algorithms to address various optimization problems in different fields. So, in the abstract, they have clearly mentioned that they have done a comparison of the various new modern novel and as well as traditional simple mutation strategies. So basically we can look at various mutation strategies to be talked about in this paper. Let's go through them. Uh, we want to go through the abstract in a bit more detail, and as we go through the sections, we will just start going through the content really quickly. So let's start. So let's go on to the introduction. So in introduction it is talking about differential evolution introduced by Stone and Price. This paper is probably the first paper that was introduced by Stone and Price in 1997. So it is a stochastic population-based search method. So differential evolution is a stochastic population-based search method. It exhibits excellent capability in solving wide range of optimization problems with different characteristics in different fields and many real-world application problems. Similar to other evolutionary algorithms, the evolution process of DE uses mutation, crossover, and selection operations. So basically, here they are giving an overview of differential evolution. Differential evolution, as you know, it uses mutation, crossover, and selection. These are the three primary processes of DE algorithm, and it is widely used and widely accepted algorithm, and it is one of the best algorithms out there for optimization. So let's talk about the first factor, mutation. So mutation is used to generate a mutant vector which perturbs the target vector using the difference vector of the other individuals in the population. So here first they take a population and then they calculate a difference vector of each of the members in the population, and that way they create a mutant vector. After that, the crossover operation generates the trial vector. So once the mutation is done, then they do the crossover, and by combining the parameters of the mutation with the parameters of the parent vector. So parent vector is the original vector, mutant vector is the one which came after perturbing the parent vector, and based on them they do a crossover and finally a selection. Finally, according to the fitness value, a selection operation determines which of the vectors should be chosen for next generation. So here we can see that they are doing a generation by generation evolution of a population. So a population contains many individual vectors which are perturbed and modified to make them a better vector. So the performance of DE basically depends on the mutation strategy, crossover operator. So the mutation strategy and a crossover operator is very significant in a DE algorithm. The mutation strategies we will go through. What are the various mutation strategies? And crossover operation is basically a binomial crossover or exponential crossover. We will go through that later as well. So apart from these three operations, there are a few control parameters. So there are a few control parameters. What are the control parameters? Control parameters are the population size, which is denoted as NP. And then there is the scaling factor. So the scaling factor is denoted as F. And then there is the crossover rate, which is denoted as CR. So these are the three control parameters, or you can think of them as knobs which we adjust to change the DE operation. So a DE algorithm is very simple. So here they say the advantages are simplicity of implementation. So simplicity of implementation, reliability, speed, and robustness. So a DE algorithm is a very good algorithm in the sense it is very reliable, it is very fast. I have actually seen differential evolution algorithm to be one of the fastest algorithm as compared to all the other algorithms, and it has been applied to a wide range of problems. Like here we can see that it has been applied to the knapsack problem, financial market dynamic modeling, and then feature selection, admission capacity planning for higher education, solar energy. So there are a lot of applications of differential evolution. So generally DE has a good global exploration ability. So here they say that differential evolution also has a good global exploration ability in which it is able to search the search space for a global optimum. So, okay. So here they're saying moreover, the parameters are problem dependent and the performance decreases as search space dimensionality increases. So this is one of the drawbacks of DE, where if the search space dimensionality increases, it is not able to perform that well. And also, there are instances of premature convergence or stagnation. So, um, so they are saying that from here they have proposed a modification improvement where they have used various adaptive or self-adaptive techniques. So adaptive and self-adaptive techniques, they change the control parameters and the mutations to select the best mutation or parameters or crossover or any other factors based on the algorithm performance, and it generates future recommendation, guidelines, insight, and suggestions. So, so that's what. Um, so here says that the main origin, the paper has four novel things. First, direction is it provides a comprehensive review. Uh, Second, it provides two novel taxonomies. Uh, so, what are these two novel taxonomies? The first taxonomy is proposed to eliminate any ambiguity related to classifying demutation and as a helper tool. Okay, so they are going to analyze all the various mutation and which is going to serve as a helper tool, I guess. Uh, New theoretical classification comprises of two research areas. Mm, okay. Okay, so here they are saying that a new technique is proposed to enhance the selection process. So I guess they are going to propose something new as well in this report. And finally, they give a structure of novel mutation. It can be random, directed, or probabilistic. And the directed can also be partially directed or fully directed. Okay. On the other hand, based on experimental analysis, mutation. Uh, So here they are saying that the second taxonomy is a new taxonomy. Okay, so they are classifying mutation strategies into four categories. Uh, so what are those categories? Those categories are excellent performance, continuous improvement, algorithms show unstable performance and slight diminishes. Algorithms show decent performance with complete or significant deterioration. Okay. Algorithm shows stable, moderate, or poor performance with insignificant improvement. So they are talking about four categories where one category it shows excellent performance. Um, the second category it shows unstable performance and slight slightly less than the best one, and it shows the third category shows decent performance with complete or significant deterioration, and the last category shows a stable, moderate, or poor performance with insignificant improvement. So they are going to classify the mutation strategies into these four categories. Okay, and the third direction, it statistically compares and analyze the performance of the mutation. So they are going to analyze the mutation performance as well. So interesting. Finally, this provides a detailed explanation, new classification for false convergence scenarios are also given. Okay, so here they have given a structure. Section 2 gives introduction. Section 3 gives the first taxonomy, which reviews the published work, and section 4 proposes the second taxonomy, and it gives the experiment and statistical analysis, convergence analysis, and all that they have mentioned. And section 5, they discuss the theoretical and empirical convergence behavior for all the mutation. And in the last section, this is not the last section, but in the section 6, they give future recommendations, guidelines, etc. And in the final section, they just conclude the paper and summarize this. Okay. So this is the second section, which is supposed to be the introduction section. So here they will talk about differential evolution. So here we can see that they start off with the rand1 bin. So here they are taking a vector. They are representing every individual as a vector, and a lot of this individual together they make a population, and this population is varied in various generations, where Gmax is the maximum number of generations, and here, and then there is this search space. The search space, there are bounds of the search space. So here it is talking about a bound constraint problem, where these are the lower bounds and these are the upper bounds, which is denoted by XL and XU. After initialization, they perform a mutation and crossover to generate a trial vector, and then a selection process is performed. So let's go to the first step, initialization. So initialization, it follows a random initialization. So as you can see that they have chosen a random number between 0 to 1, and they have taken a difference of the lower limit and the upper limit, and they are perturbing the solution from a uniformly distributed random number range. So this is a uniformly distributed random number generation, and then they are performing the mutation, where they are adding the scaled difference with the current individual, and creating new individual, and then they are doing the crossover, where they are generating either new, where they're selecting, where they're generating and selecting the new mutant vector or the old parent vector if the random number which was used over here, if that random number is greater than the crossover rate. And finally, they perform a selection where they check if the solution is better, so they take it, otherwise they don't. So you can test.